Okay. Can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Nice. Okay, let's move to EC2. And then you should be in which region always? Mumbai region. Make sure that you are in that region. And then for me, everything is 0 except keeper and security groups. No issues. So let's go ahead and then launch one EC2 instance first. So you tell me, what are the things that I need to select? Huh? So click on launch and but it is showing global for me. Varma, when you, okay, let me clear this out. When you go here, I don't know where it is showing global for you, but it should select Mumbai, right? When you go to EC2, it cannot be global for sure. Yes or no? It cannot be global. Initially, it was Ohio, no problem. Guys, and by the way, which is a favorite region of AWS? Huh? Not mine. Huh? North Virginia. I told you no already, right? So North Virginia by default is North Virginia because every new service will get implemented first in North Virginia and then later to each one by one regions. Okay, so no problem. When you log in, if it is in Ohio or North Virginia, whichever it is, go and select your Mumbai region. That's fine. Okay. Now let's go and launch EC2 instance. Click on launch and let's give yeah. There is a question. Are you logging for root account or IAM account to create ESN? Obviously, it should be IAM account. On that day, I gave you one big story also. Right? Is it recommended to use your root account for your daily activities? No, it should be always IAM account. So let's go ahead and then say that it is Linux instance. We'll go and launch Linux. And then, which one? Browse more AMIs. So select the free tier and then Red Hat. And then come down. Instance type T2 micro. Key pair 9 AM batch. Edit. So VPC and which one? I'll put 1A. Next, auto assign public IP. Enable. Select existing security group. And then default. Very good. And then do I need to do anything else here? No. So should we go and launch? You can enable termination protection, but do you want to enable all the time here when you're doing practice? No, no need. In your real time, go and enable the termination protection, not here. So let's go ahead and then launch. Okay. So should we go and launch one Windows EC2 instance also? Let's go and launch. Click on launch instance. And then here I call it as Windows instance. Browse more AMIs. Select free tier. And if you come down, do you see Windows Server 2022 base? Select that. Okay. For Windows, you always select this. And rest are all same. Instance type T2 micro. Key pair. I go with 9 AM batch. And then edit. And this time, can I put it in? 1B. Put it in 1B. And then select default security group. And then that's it. And what is the default volume size? 30, right? We learned this, right? And your root volume is anyways not encrypted. Remember, always not encrypted. Let's click on launch. So we have two EC2 instances running now. One is already in running state. Yesterday I gave the task to launch an EC2 instance. One is to launch an EC2 instance and to stop it and to reboot, restart. You restarted. What did you observe? Huh? Ada login. Huh? What? Louder. I have no changes. Okay. Where? No changes. Where? Instance. Okay. So I'll tell. Do you see instance state? You see instance state? When you stop it, when you launch it, what is the state? Pending, running. When you stop it, what is the state? Stopping, stop. When you terminate, what is the state? Shutting down, terminated. But when you reboot, what is the state? Running only, correct? Do you have any changes in the instance state? No, that is what I want you to tell that. So guys, when you reboot, there is no change in the status, instance state. Write down certification question. When you reboot, when you reboot your EC, when you reboot the EC2 instance, no change in the instance state. When you reboot the EC2 instance, when you reboot the EC2 instance, no change in the instance state. Ah, okay. When you reboot the EC2 instance, no change in the instance state. So what it says? It will show always. It will show instance state as running. Okay. All right. So that was the observation. Good. Okay. Now I refresh this. Let's see. Two checks are passed and everything is good. So now let's go here. If I click on Linux instance, so you have the checkbox, you can select it. And for every instance, you have these tabs in the bottom. So you have details, security, networking, storage, status check, monitoring, and tags. So if you click on this, if you click on details, guys, if you click on details, okay, if you click on details, and you see this is the basically in this detail section, you have all the information about the EC2 instance. So like you have the EC2 instance ID, and then what is this? What IP address is this? Public IP. Did we assign the public IP? Did we assign the public IP? While launching the EC2 instance, we have assigned no. Auto assign public IP, enable or disable? Enable. For that reason, we got the public IP here. Okay. And what is the IP address that you get it by default? Private IP. Yes or no? How many types of IPs are there? 3 types. What are those? Public IP, private IP, elastic IP. Out of this, which one is the default IP address that you get? Private IP. So this is the private IP. And also I told for every EC2 instance, you will have the IP address and the DNS name. Yes or no? So do you see this is the private IP address and this is the private DNS name. This is a private DNS name. And this is the public IP address and this is the public DNS name. Okay. So what is the public IP address? Public address we have enabled, right? Auto assign public IP, we have enabled it. Then that is the reason why we got the public IP address. But if you disable, will you get the public IP? No, you don't get it public IP. So with what IP address we need to connect to the CC2 instance now? From the, internet, from my laptop, to which IP address I need to connect to the EC2 instance? Is it publica, privata, elastica? Public IP. Is it possible for me to connect to the private IP directly? No. So which IP address I need to connect? Public IP. So you see this is the public IP, and you see the public DNS, and public DNS also this having the IP out of this only, no, here. Yes or no? So if the public IP address, okay, now if I stop and start the EC2 instance, what will happen to public IP? It will change. Did we learn that? If the public IP address changes here, this will also, it will be changed, no? Public DNS will also change. Yes or no? That is a certification. If the public IP address changes, the public DNS, I'll write it here. If the public IP address of the EC2 instance changes, public DNS will also change. Okay? Version 4. We learned this, no? Are we using version 4 or version 6? IPv4, that is IP. For IP addresses, we have versions. So since many years and next few more years also, we'll be using IP version 4 for everything. So which is the latest version of the IPs? V6. We are not using. No company is using. Very rare. Very rare. I never heard companies are using V6. Okay. Is it clear? Should we go and test it now? Should I go and stop and start the EC2 instance? The IP address will change or not? So this is the IP address. I'm putting it in the chat. So that is the public IP address, no? Ending with 102. There is a question, why can't we connect with private IP? Akhil, you need to verify the theory that we have learned. Is it possible to connect to the private IPs? Best example. You have your home, no? House. Can someone directly go to your bedroom private bedroom? Why? That is your private. You made it as private. And someone can come and sit in the living room. Living room is nothing but public IP address. Bedroom is like a private IP address. So it is private. Okay. So should we go and stop and start the EC2 instance and see this is changing or not? Okay. How? Instance state and then stop. If we click on stop, what is the state that you get? Stopping, stop. So now it is stopping. So wait a bit. Stopping. It is stopped, no? Do you see the IP address here? It's gone. So if I start it, what will happen? Let's see. I started it. Now it changed to pending to running. Once it is running, then you should get a new IP. Good. Do you see this now? IP address got changed. Previously it was what? 104. Now the IP address got whatever. The IP address got changed. Okay. So now once the IP address got changed, do you see here also it got changed? Yes, it got changed. You understood the live? How the public IP address will change? Okay. Which is okay, we'll try to reboot. No. Click on reboot. Ashok Reddy is asking, sir, if I reboot IP address will change or not? What is the IP address? 166. Let's go and reboot it. So if I reboot, is there any change on my instance state? So reboot meaning jumpa, no jumpa. That way it is sitting on the same host machine. That's why it is not changing. Right? If I refresh it also, it remains same. Okay. What is the typical time it takes for running, sir, in IT industry? Run, running meaning the state, less than a minute or maximum 2 minutes. Okay. Now we see the public IP address that is changing. Which is IP address which is not change, which will not change. Okay. Private IP, anyways, we will not use. Which is another IP? Elastic IP. Elastic IP is static or dynamic? Static. Correct. So now we check the public IP. Should we check how should we see how to assign the elastic IP to this machine? Yes. How to assign the elastic IP? On the left side, do you see elastic IP? Click on it and then allocate elastic IP. Click it. Bus. Click on allocate. All these things keep it default. Click on allocate. So if I click on allocate, IP address, I got it from the AWS. This is IP address that I got. So this IP address is my elastic IP. So now, did I associate this elastic IP to any of the EC2 instance? No. This elastic IP is ideal or not now? It's ideal. Correct? So it is not associated to any of the EC2 instance. How many elastic IPs are free? 5 elastic IPs are free. Now, this IP address I have not associated to any of the EC2 instances. Will it be charged or not? It will be charged. So we need to associate now to the EC2 instance. How to associate? So click on actions and then associate elastic IP. Click on it. To which EC2 instance that you want to associate? Linux instance. Select it and then click on associate. Simple. Now I go to the EC2 instance and I refresh this and select this. And do you see this? Elastic IP address got assigned. Okay. And the public IP also remains the same as elastic IP. Okay. You understood? So if you assign the elastic IP, public IP also becomes, say, the elastic IP only. So now if I stop and start, this IP address will change. Should we test it? Let's go ahead and then stop. Stopping. Stop. It is stopped, correct? Right? So do you see this elastic IP is changed? No. Let me go ahead and start. Now it says pending. And then once it is turned to running, you should see the IP address should not be changed. Correct. Rajesh, correct. Now it is running. So do you see it got changed? Any change? No change. So do you see the difference? If you assign the public IP address, if you stop and start, IP address will change. So if you assign the elastic IP address will not change. And how do you do this? How do you do this in your real time? Let's say this is your AWS and this is the EC2 instance that you have launched. And here is the client. Let's say here is the client. Okay. Okay, here is the client. And the client will be connecting to the EC2 instance with what IP? Let's say public IP. Let's say you have assigned the public IP. So you went and stopped and start the EC2 instance. This IP address will change. And then you send an email to customer saying that Babu, IP address got changed. Please connect. This is the latest IP. Customer will say, okay. And he's using the latest public IP. Later again, due to some reason, you stop and start again. IP address will change. Again, you're giving it. Multiple times you're giving to the customer like this. What is the feeling of the customer? Right? So you cannot give like this to the customer. Customer basically need to have a only one IP address he can access. So in this case, what we need to assign? Instead of public IP, what we need to give? Elastic IP we need to give. And how many times we have stopped and start, the IP address will not change. Customer will be happy. But is it recommended the customer will be connecting directly to the EC2 instance with the public IP and elastic IPs? No. So where should be connecting? Basically from company, he should be able to connect to your private IP. So with what? You have VPN. With VPN, you will be connecting to the private IPs. But remember, customer is never interested to connect to your EC2 instance directly. He will be accessing your application. Will he connect to your EC2 instance? What is the use? There is no use. Are you connected to the Facebook EC2 instances? Are you connected to the Google servers in the backend? No, you are accessing the Google page. So customer will access your application, not your EC2 instance. Okay. You all understood now? Difference between public IP and elastic IP, how to assign? Okay. So what is that? Sir, only got 5 IPs. If we can delete and recreate them, we can create elastic multiple times. Is it free? Yes. So you have how many elastic IPs are free? 5 are free. So if you delete and recreate it also, if it is 5, it is free. If it is going more than 5, that means 6 IP address will be charged. There's another question. Then we'll like, yeah. Okay. So is it clear, Nana? Okay, now I have assigned the elastic IP. Can I disassociate it? Can I remove the elastic IP? Yes. Should we remove it? How? Go to elastic IP and then 3111, no? So go to actions and then here, what is that? Disassociate. Disassociate meaning nothing but remove it off. Click on disassociated. So we had associated to the EC2 instance. Now we have disassociated. So now it is ideal or not? It is ideal. So now what we need to do? We need to delete the IP address. Delete is nothing but release. Release elastic IP to AWS. Click on release. And what will happen? Release is nothing but delete. So if I go back to the EC2 instance, do I get this my elastic IP? No, it will get the new IP again. 43. Got it? So now you all understood how to assign public IPs to the EC2 instance? Okay. How if you stop and start public IP address will change or not? It will change. So do you know how to assign elastic IP to the EC2 instance? Yes. Do you know how to disassociate the EC2 elastic IP to the EC2 instance? Yes. Do you know how to release it to AWS? Yes. Understood? Hmm. Ah. 4. Where do we have 4? We had only 1, no? Oh, if you created 5, it is free. And you have removed 1, which is 4. Billable? No. You created 5, another 1. Billable? No. If I created 6, billable? On 5 on the 6th one? On the 6th one. Okay? Yes. Nana, is it clear till here, everyone? Any questions still here? Clear? Okay. What is that? Sir, if we add elastic IP, then there is no jump to another host machine. You can consider that, yes. Okay, so now we have seen this elastic IP address and public IP address. Now, what we do is, in this detail section, you see so many options. Do you see here? Public IP address, you see public DNSC, which instance type T2 micro, right? Which VPC we have connected, which subnet ID, right? And then which is the platform here? Red Hat, right? Stop protection we have disabled, auto recovery we have enabled it, AMI which is using AMI ID. So guys, everything about the EC2 instance, you will get it from which section? Details section. So generally what we look for the EC2 instance in the detail section is mostly the IP addresses. Yes or no? If I want to get to know the IP address of the EC2 instance, from where do you get? From the detail section. Security meaning? security groups. Security meaning security. Did we learn about security groups yesterday? In how to add inbound rules, outbound rules, and all. Similarly, here also the same. Same thing. Networking, same thing. Private IP address, public IP address, everything. You can see it all here. Storage. Remember, when you're launching the EC2 instance, how much size that you get it for the Linux? 8 GB or 10 GB. So what is the default volume, root volume? What is the device name of the root volume? /dev/sdm. All the information you can see it here. All the information you can see it here. Status check. How many status checks are there? 2. What are those? System status check and then instance status check. Did we learn this? And it should be always check should be passed. Generally, monitoring will be done by whom? Cloud Watch. So you can see the CP utilization here. If you open it, what is the CP utilization of this? You can check it. And what is the time interval that we get for this? There are 2 types of monitoring, no? What are those? Basic monitoring and detailed monitoring. Which one is the default? Basic. What is the time interval? 5 minutes. So this is a basic and you get every 5 minutes. You see 310, no, 315, 320, 325, 330, 335. So every 5 minutes you will get the CP utilization. So we'll go deeper when we go to the CloudWatch, but this is where you can monitor it. But guys, do you all understood the tabs of this? So this will be the same for every EC2 instance. Okay, now what we're going to do is, should we go and connect to this EC2 instance now? Should we go and log into the EC2 instance? Ready? Which one you want to take first? Windows or Linux? You want Linux? Okay. All right. So for Linux, I told you which is the tool that you should be using it. Tool. Which one? Putty. Which one? Putty. So you need to download Putty, no? Do you know how to download Putty? You know how to download PUBG? You know how to download Candy Crush? Everything you know how to download. If I ask to download Putty, how, sir? Okay. So simple. Go to Google and then say Putty download for Windows. The first one only. Open it. Do you see? Download Putty. So if you download Putty here, are we using 64-bit? Yes or no? We are using 64-bit. x86 or not? x86. So can you see here? Do you see this here? 64-bit x86. This is the one. Okay. I'm giving this URL in the chat. Mika, I'm showing you, no? Open Google, go for the first link only, no? So you click on putty.exe here. Now click on it and then putty.exe will be downloaded. And I want you to download PuttyGen also. If you come down, do you see PuttyGen? PuttyGen? Download, open that also. That's it. You can use MSI also, no issues. Guys, everyone understood how to download Putty and PuttyGen? Okay. So now, if you click on it, this is how it opens the Putty. This is how it opens the Putty. Okay. Now, so in order to, difference between Putty and PuttyGen. Putty is to connect. What is a PuttyGen is used for? To convert the PEM file to PPK file. Correct? To convert PEM to PPK. So, guys, Putty support PEM file? No. What we need to do? We need to convert. Should we convert that first? Okay. Open PuttyGen. This is my PuttyGen. See, guys, everyone. I'm converting this key. Everyone, see here. I'm converting the key here. Open Putty generator and then click on load. Aim. Should. So click on load. Do you see here? Click on load. And then, where did I save your key? So here, You select all files. Do you see 9 a.m. batch? Yes or no? So select that 9 a.m. batch. Click on OK. You understood what I did? Should I repeat it again? Okay. Close. What is the tool that you need to open to convert the PEM to PPK? Puttigen. So open Puttigen. I opened. Which one you need to click? Load. Which one you need to select? 9 a.m. batch. Do you see here? It shows PPK here. We need to select all files. If you select all files, you can see the 9 a.m. batch. Open. That's it. Okay. And what you need to do? Save private key. What you need to do? Save. Save. Click on yes. And then here, call it as 9 a.m. batch. What file is this? PPK. Simple. Guys, do you all understood how to convert PEM to PPK? Yes? Huh? Yes or no? Okay. Huh? One more time. Once more. Huh? Okay. So here, open Puttigen. Open Puttigen. You tell me what to click. Load. Now, I don't see 9 a.m. here. All files. And which one? 9 a.m. Open. Okay. Save private key. Yes. And then give 9 a.m. batch. PPK up Emma. And then save. Save it in good place. Understood? Super. Now, so we got to know, we got the PPK. So should we go and connect to the EC2 instance? Yes. So to connect to the EC2 instance, which is the tool that you should use? Putty. So I'm opening Putty. This is my Putty. In Putty, I'm giving the host name. Guys, we need to give the host name. What is the host name here? The host name here is nothing but the IP address. Which one? Which is IP address that I should use? Public or private? Excellent. Copy. Do you see the two dabbas? If you click on that, it will copy. Right? And then here in host, you put the paste it. Okay, now? Carefully listen this. And then on the left side, I have 4 eyes, correct? So I need to increase the size, right? In appearance, I'm just changing the font to bigger one. You know need to do it. Okay. Okay. So now, do you see in the connection section, you have SSH? Yes or no? Expand SSH. And you have auth. What is that? Auth. And expand that auth. And you click on credentials. What you need to select? What you need to select? In Putty, open Putty. And then in host, you need to give the public IP. And then on the left side, what you need to open, you need to go to connections. From connections, you need to go to SSH, expand SSH. After expanding SSH, expand auth. After expanding auth, select credentials. Select credentials. Okay, select credentials. And do you see here, private key for the authentication? Do you see browse? So here, after that, private key for the authentication. Here, browse, select your PPK file. Looks like we are in 5th class. Writing steps. Okay, no problem. Now you are doing your writing. I'm telling after 2 days, just like this you'll do. Okay, na? Done? Okay. Nice. For Mac, guys, for Mac, I'll show you. There. Okay. See, guys. So should I browse and select my PPK file? Yes or no? Okay. I'm closing it again. I'm doing it again. Open, putty. Open, putty. And then host name, what should I put? Public IP. Copy the public IP and put it. And then connections. And then SSH. And then auth. And then credentials. And then browse. Aha. Very good. Which one you to select now? 9 a.m. PPK. Will you select PPK or PEMMA? If you select PEMMA, it will say server key refused error you will get. But you should select only PPK. Open it. But I'll expand this and put it bold. Now I click on open. Should we get connected to the EC2 instance now? Ready? Ready? So if you click on open, will this work? Will it work or not? Huh? Work. Okay, let's see. Click on open. I just wanted to. Okay. Anyways, click on accept. Click on accept. But I don't want to do this again. But problem here is, first of all, we need to check the security group. No. What is the protocol we need to allow to connect to the Linux machine? SSH. First, what is the protocol we need to allow? SSH, right? In inbound rules, we need to have SSH. So actually, I thought it was not there. Okay. Now, if I click on edit inbound rule, do I have SSH? Will it connect? Will it connect or not? Should we try? Okay. In the security group, what is it? All traffic, I have self. Now tell me, with this rule, I'm able to connect to my Linux machine? Yes or no? Some people say no. Let me put it. Copy the IP address, auth, expand, and then select and then click on OK. Is it connecting? Is it connecting? Oh, yamma. Is it connecting? No, it is not asking for anything. It is not connecting. Blank meaning it is not connecting anything. So what is the problem? Yes. What is the error you got here? Network error, connection timeout. What is that? Connection timeout. When you get connection timeout error, that meaning the protocol is not added in the security group. Connection timeout error, if you get it, check your security group whether the port is allowed or not. So now connection timeout happened. No. So now we go to the security. Do you have any ports enabled here? So are you getting confused with this first rule? No. First rule, I told you, this is to self. Are we having any inbound rules from outside? No. So what is the protocol that you need to add in order to connect now? SSH. Add rule. And which one? SSH. And my IP. And click on save. So make sure that you need to have SSH inbound rule added. Now let's go and connect it. Yes, let's go and connect now. So SSH auth credentials, and then anyways, and click on open. And it say accept. Click on accept. And then do you see this? It's connected. What is the default username for Linux? EC2 minus user. EC2 minus user. Enter. Yes, congratulations. Now you are onto the Linux machine. You are onto the Linux machine. Can you run your Linux commands if required? You do whatever you want to do. You do. But did we connect it now to the Linux machine? Yes. Everyone clear how to connect to the Linux machines? Yes. So how to connect? So launch your Linux EC2 instance. In security group, what is the protocol that you need to allow? SSH. And then open putty, put your IP address. Which IP address? Public IP address, and expand connections, auth and all, and select the PPK file and then click on open. And what is the username? EC2 minus user, and then log into the Linux machine. This is how you connect to the Linux machine. Guys, from here, is it our job? It's not our job, right? We will not do it. So because we connect it, that's it. And if you want to continue Linux topics, you can. People are asking sudo minus s, what will do? I just give some sample command. Can you do ls minus al, copy commands? You can, if you know Linux, you can play with it. Otherwise, not required. Fine. So now we have connected to the Linux machine. Should we connect to the Windows machines now? Yes. Now you should tell me how to do it. Huh? So if you go to the Windows machine, what is the tool that you will be connecting? RDP. So in your Windows, just type remote desktop, remote, and open that. Do you see that? In your Windows, just type remote and you'll get the tool. Now it is asking for IP address. Which is the IP address that you should put it here? Public IP address of Windows machine. Copy it and then enter. And click on connect. We will see. What is the error you got? It says can't connect to the computer. That means what is the problem? In security group. So in security, what is the protocol we need to allow? Without allowing RDP, will it get connected? Why you are keeping quiet? You should tell no, sir, go in security, go and allow RDP. Correct? So now what should we do? Go to security group, in inbound role, edit, and add role. Which one? RDP. Select RDP, my IP, and then save roles. Should I connect now? Connect. Yes, it is asking for the username. What is the default username? Administrator. Password? Password, how do you get password? We need to retrieve the password. Using what? Key pair, correct? So here, go to instances. I'm showing how to retrieve the password. See, select the Windows machine. In actions, go to security. In actions, go to security. Get the Windows password. How to retrieve the password? Actions, security, get Windows password. Click on it. And it is asking which is the keypad that you have attached? 9 a.m. badge. And then we need to upload that 9 a.m. that PEM file or PPK? PEM file, not PPK, which is PEM file. Upload private key. Which one, Nana? PEM file. This is 9 a.m. badge, PEM file. Open it. Someone was asking, sir, what is there in PEM file? Nothing. It's just a PEM file is a public key or private key? Private key. Do you see this here? There is a private, some junk will be there. And I click on decrypt password. And do you see the big Bluetooth password here? That is the password. I'm telling you, I'm doing it again. How to retrieve the password, guys. So you have the Windows machine. Tell me, where should I go? Actions, security, get Windows password. Excellent. And then upload private key. Which one? 9 a.m. badge. Open. And then decrypt password. And you got the password. Copy that password and give it here. And then OK. And say yes. And congratulations, you are onto the Windows EC2 instance. Okay. How much memory it has? Huh? Memory. Memory. Huh? How much memory does this machine has? Ida? Huh? Guys, which is the instance type we have selected? T2 micro. For T2 micro, how much memory it has? Then why you are putting face like this? How much size? How much memory? 1 GB. 1 GB meaning it's super faster, super slower. That's why it took this much time to see your console, your Windows machine. Okay. Is it clear how to connect to the Windows machine and Linux machines now? Everyone, any questions still here? Online? Can we connect on Linux machine with no puja, no. But there is a separate topic on that. When we go to the topic, we'll talk on that. Online guys, is this clear? Thank you, Anil. CC, non-IT, where is we are, where we find PPK file. Kamlesh, PPK file, we have created PPK file, correct? We have converted PEM file to PPK. Yes. Very nice. For Mac, guys, do we have Mac? We don't have Mac. We have only Windows laptop. Those who are in US, right? America, I mean, there they have the Mac. Mostly they use Mac. So those who have Mac, so how do they do is, guys, Mac people, see here. Select your select your Linux instance, click on connect. And then in SSH client, do you see this? Do you see this here? This is the command. So you copy this command, and if you are having an Apple machine, you have terminal option, right? Definitely must know terminal. Open the terminal, and then you put this command, and you're able to connect to the Linux machines. For Windows machines, and for guys, Mac people, make sure that you have your PEM file with you in that directory only. You need to open the terminal. Okay. And for Windows, I know for sure there is a remote desktop tool is there in your Mac. You can use that. For Linux, this is the command that you should use to connect. So there is question. Hi, sir. Every time new password needed to create it or same one can be used for Windows? Good question. Did we learn this already? I have the Windows CC2 instance. So password will be the same or different every time? Same. Should we go and check it? How? Go to actions, security, get Windows password, upload 9 a.m. and decrypt it. Last, read it. Last, what is that? D9B. Should we do it again? Select this, actions, security, get Windows password, here and then 9 a.m. batch, and then here, what is that you get? So every time you retrieve the password, you will get the same password. But you have different EC2 instance. You will have a different password. After connecting, there is a question, sir. After connecting the Windows Linux, who will be continue work? It should be you, or it should be any DevOps guy, or any. It cannot see, guys. We are learning AWS. AWS is in your career. AWS is one part. And if you want to continue work inside it, you have to learn, right? You need to learn. You need to deploy applications, right? You need to do a lot of things. Yeah. Okay. Is this clear, Nana? Till here, everyone? Okay. Now what we're gonna do is connect, meaning it will get connected. Instance states, we have seen all these things. Yes or no? Should we go one by one and see all these things here? Okay. And I'm telling you, nowhere you will get it. Let's go one by one and see what is this. Okay. Connect, we know how to connect. View details, meaning this will come to the details. Manage instance state is nothing but the same things you will get it. If you click on manage instance state, what will happen? Stop, reboot, terminate, same thing, no? So select it, and then let's come from here, instance settings. Okay. Okay, let's go one by one. Attached to auto scaling group. Did we created any auto scaling group? If you don't have any auto scaling group, can we attach it to auto scaling group now? No. But in future, if you have auto scaling group, can you attach the EC2 instance to auto scaling group like this? Yes, you can do it. Auto scaling group we learned, na? Minimum, maximum, desired capacity. Desired capacity, let's say we have 4. If you create an auto scaling group, how many EC2 instances will be launched? 4 EC2 instances will be launched. Correct, Nana? So can I go ahead and then now we have the separate EC2 instance. Like, can I go and attach to the auto scaling group like this and make it 5? We can do it. So we have an option attached to auto scaling group. Later we'll do it, not now. Change termination protection. You did it. Yes or no? Guys, while launching the EC2 instance, we have so many configurations, no? We learned all those configurations. Those configurations, if you want to change it, all these are all change options. Delete termination protection. Did we enable, disable? While launching, we have disabled. Can we go and enable again if you want? Yeah, come here, instance settings, change termination protection, and then enable it. Can we disable it also? Yes. If I enable it, can I terminate the EC2 instance now? No, if I click on terminate, nothing will happen. So all those options that we have, all those options can be changed here. Change termination protection. I go and disable it. Okay. And then here, similarly, change stop protection. Did we enable stop protection? No. If you want to enable it, enable it. Change shutdown behavior. Shutdown behavior is what? What is the shutdown behavior? Stop or terminator? Shutdown behavior. Okay, online people answered. Offline people are seeing my face. Huh? Shutdown behavior. Okay, now I should explain you like this. You log into the EC2 instance and you right click here to your EC2 instance and then you click on shutdown. It should be stop or terminator. That's what I'm asking. Shutdown behavior should be stop or terminator. Stop. Then why you are saying terminator? Okay, it should be stop. So if you want to, will you change it to terminate? No. Do you see change shutdown behavior? Currently it is stop. Don't change it to terminate. But can you change it if required? You can change it. Okay. Instance type is grayed out. Is it enable or grayed out? Why? What is change instance type meaning? See the name. Change instance type. From T2 micro to another change. If you want to change the scale up, how do you achieve the scalability? By changing the instance type. So we have the instance type. Now it is grayed out. Why? Because is it possible to scale up while EC2 is running? No. What we need to do first? Stop. So if I stop, can I go and stop the EC2 instance Linux one? Yes, go and stop it. So if I stop it, can I change the instance type from T2 micro to bigger one? Yes. So it is stopping. Stop, no. So now let's go to actions. And then here now it is enabled. Change instance type. Can I change the instance type from T2 micro to any of the machine? You can any of the instance type. But will you do it? Because it is billable. Don't it. But if you want to do it, so let's put I put to T2 small. If I click on apply, it will be changed to T2 small. But if you do it, is there any data loss? No, because data is saved in EBS volumes. Clear? Can I push it back to T2 micro again? Yes. Change instance type and then T2 micro. Apply. So T2 micro has 1 GB. Can I give it to bigger machine 1000 GB just like that? Yes, I can give. Nice. So select it and then go to actions. And what are the things? Nitro enclaves we saw. We learned about nitro enclaves. What is a nitro enclave? Open your books. Yesterday only we learned. Trusted execution environment. Correct? Very good. T. So, but for T2 micro, this is enabled. It is not enabled. That's why it is grayed out. Will you change? Will you change the credit specification? What credit specification meaning? CPU credits. Will you enable CPU credits? Don't do it. Guys, what are all this? To change your settings. Okay, if you want to change your settings, go and change it. Will you change all these things? Don't change it. And you have edit user data. What is user data? Bootstrap scripting. So did we give user data while launching the EC2 instance? No. But that user data will be executed only for the first time when you launch the EC2 instance, correct? Now, is it possible to edit the user data while EC2 is running? No. What you need to do? Stop. So do you see Linux machine is stopped? Can I edit the user data now? See here, go and click on edit user data. So here, no user data found. Can I go and write it if required? Yes. But when the EC2 is running, can I see Windows instance is running? No. Can I change the user data there? Yes or no? I cannot do it. Do you see this? I cannot change it. So in order to edit your user data, what you need to do? You need to stop the EC2 instance. Certification question. Write down. I wrote this. To edit your instance user data, you first need to stop your EC2 instance. Yes, Bhaskar. ISV, if you stop and start, data is lost. Okay, nice. No need of that RAM ROM option is not there here. We have RAM. The hardware of the EC2 instance is managed by whom? AWS. Do we need to worry about RAM, ROM and all? No need. Okay, see here, next is, we have seen all these things here. And in networking, okay, did we learn that? Can we attach multiple network interfaces to the one EC2 instance? While launching the network interface 1, network interface 2. Network interface 1 is related to which IP? Network interface 1, private IP. 2, public IP. So you want to attach like this also, you can attach it. But do you go and do all these things here? No need. Don't do anything here, not required. So if at all you want to see, click on manage IP address. Here, if you click on allow, you can add multiple IP address to a single EC2 instance. But will you do it now? Not required. So in networking, you don't need to do anything here. Okay? If you want to attach a new network interface, you can attach. Otherwise, no need. Manage ENA. What is ENA? Okay, don't worry. What is EFA? Elastic fiber. Elastic fabric adapter. Remember, if you want to have a good throughput for your high performance computing and machine learning applications, you need to go and select that. Okay, coming to security. Guys, which is the security group that we have selected? Default security group. Which one? Default security group. Do you change the default security group to the new security group? No. But do we have any new security groups? Do we have any new security groups created? No. So in real time, did we learn for one EC2 instance, can we have multiple security groups attached? But how many security groups we have at the moment? Only one. So do you change any security groups? If I click on change, we don't have any security groups, right? But if we have, can you change the security groups of your EC2 instance? Yes, that is also right. So you can change the security group, add, remove, modify, change the security to the EC2 instance anytime. No need to stop the EC2 instance. And the changes will affect immediately. Guys, you have one security group, I have added SSH. Will it be affected immediately or will it take time? Immediately it will affect, correct? If you remove SSH, will it be immediately affected? Yes. Okay. Got it? Done, ma? Okay. So, cancel. Did we see get Windows password? We saw get Windows password, right? Why you say, okay? Why it is grayed out? Because it is a Linux machine. Fantastic. Fantastic. Modify IAM role. Did we learn that? Did we attach any role to the EC2 instance? No. But we learned that how to do it. But remember, as a part of certification question, can you remove, add, attach, or attach, detach, remove the roles while EC2 is running? Answer is yes. Let's say for Windows EC2 instance, I'll go and modify role. While EC2 is, do we have any role for this EC2 instance? No. Can I go and attach something? I created blah blah role. Can I go and attach that role? Yes, I can attach it. Can I remove the role also while EC2 is running? Yes, I can go ahead and then I can. Can I change it to some other role also? Yes. Can I remove the no role? Can I? Yes, I can do it. I can go and detach. So is that possible while EC2 is running? That is a certification question. Yes, for any machine. How many roles per EC2 instance can have? One EC2 instance can have how many roles? One EC2 instance can have how many roles attached? Only one role. Okay. So we can attach, detach, change the IAM role to the EC2 instance while it is running. No need to stop the EC2 instance. One EC2 can have only one role attached. Okay. Yes, Shankara, we can ask admin. Okay, guys. Okay. So now see, Security we're done. Images and template. Images and templates. What is an image? Copy of the operating system. Or else can I say the copy of the entire EC2 instance. So now I have the Windows EC2 instance, or I can have a Linux EC2 instance. So I want to take the backup of the EC2 instance. What should I do? Go and create a image. But creating image, I'll take later. Tomorrow's class. Next class. So, but here before that, create template from instance. What is template here? Did we learn about launch template? Yes or no? Launch template. Now we have launched Linux EC2 instance. Yes or no? Today morning we have launched Linux EC2 instance, and for that we have selected so many options. No. So now I want to have the same Linux EC2 instance, 20 machines I need. I need to have the same configuration Linux machine, 20 machines I need. Will you go and launch 20 times? What you do? Create a template of this Linux machine. Yes or no? How to create a template? So do you see this here? Create template from instance. So whatever the configuration this Linux machine has, a template will be created. I click on create template. What template is this? Linux template. Can I say that Linux template? See, Linux template. And what does this template contain? Whatever the Linux has. Let's say, for example, does it have Red Hat we have selected for Linux? Yes. So we have selected T2 Micro, 9M batch, 1A subnet, default secret group, everything, whatever we did for the Linux machine, all the configurations will be saved. And click on create launch template. Simple. Guys, launch template. On the left side, do you see launch template? A launch template is created. And from this launch template, can I go and launch EC2 instances? Click on launch EC2 instance. How many? If you want, how many ever you want, you can go and launch. With the same configuration, you can launch multiple EC2 instances. That is called launch template. And this launch templates will be used by whom? We have learned this topic. Of course, you will be using it, but in our Ramya already answered. Auto scaling. Remember, in auto scaling, we learned about launch templates, no? Auto scaling, when it is scaling out, it uses this launch template only. Remember? Do you all understood how to create a launch templates, guys? Simple. Select that. And then where to go? Image and template. Create template. Okay. What is the next one? You don't want to create a template. You want to launch right now, immediately. Right? I have the Linux machine. Same machine. I want to launch right now. Go and click on launch more like this. If you click like this, no need to create an but directly you can go and launch the instance. With the same configuration, everything will get listed. Understood? Clearer? Not clearer? Super. So this is the immediate action. Okay, do you see this here? In here, launch template meaning your template, you are creating the configuration as a template and keep it aside and you can use it anytime. And launch more like this meaning immediately you're launching it. Monitor. Okay, see here. Which one? Get system logs. System logs here meaning generally logs, correct? These systems logs are related to your EC2 instance. Guys, now you launch an EC2 instance. That EC2 instance got launched properly or not? How do we know? Get a system log. Do you see that? Click on get the system logs. Do you see? These are the logs that we have it for launching. So what our EC2 instance is shut down or not? It is in stop state, no? That's why it says power down. So this is your EC2 instance log. Please write down. Get the screen. What is that? What is that option? System logs, right? Get system logs are related to the EC2 instance launching logs. But do we have any use with that EC2 instance logs? Do we have any use, Nana? No use, because anyways EC2 will get launched, right? But Inside that application logs is different. That will be inside the EC2 instance. These are the logs which are provided by the AWS completely. EC2 instance, EC2 instance got properly launched or not, you can check it from the logs. Done. Get system logs are related to the EC2 instance launching logs. Okay. So now, do you understand what is system logs? What is the next we have? Get instance screenshot. What is that? Instance screenshot. Get instance screenshot is nothing but, guys, you want to see the face of the EC2 instance? Okay, let's say, for example, you have your laptop. You powered on your laptop. What is the screen that you get? If it is Windows, press the Control Alt Delete. Yes or no? That is your face of your machine, correct? So if you press Control Alt Delete, meaning your machine is up and running. Yes or no? That means you're ready to log in. Let's say you powered on machine and you will get lines blue color. What is that meaning? You powered on your laptop and you get lines and with blue color. Will you able to log in? Crash, system crash, corrupted, right? So that is your face of your machine. Here also, you can see the face of your EC2 instance. Windows is running, no? Can I see the face of the EC2 instance? Get the instance screenshot. What does it say? Press Control Alt Delete. That means it's ready to log in. It is ready to log in. That means it will work. This one, I'll tell you the problem with this. Let's say, for example, I'll give you one small thing that has happened with me. So one fine day, I sent an email to the team members saying that, hey Babu, this machine will be under the maintenance. I'm installing the patches. What? Patches. You know, right? In your laptop also you can install patches. Updates. Windows updates. So similarly on the EC2 instance, I'm installing the patches. So, and I told that 1 hour maintenance time for the EC2 instance. I told all the developers, hey Babu, don't log into the EC2 instance because I'm doing the maintenance activity. That's fine. What I did, I went and then updated and I installed and machine is up. And machine, what it's saying, it's showing running. How it is showing here for me? Running. And I'm done with 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I thought like, okay, this is done. And I sent an email to developer saying that, hey, I asked for 1 hour, no need. My work is done, maintenance is done. Please log in. And people started logging. Sometimes they are able to log in. Sometimes they are not able to log in. That is a problem. Sometimes they are able to log in and sometimes they are not able to log in. What is the problem? Think. Sometimes they are able to log in. Sometimes they are not able to log in. So similarly, how you are putting your face now like this. Similarly, I have no clue. When I come to the EC2 instance, it shows running. When EC2 is running, that meaning obviously everything should work. There is no changes in security group. There is nothing changes in security group. But why? Sometimes it is on, sometimes it is off. Then, guys, when you're installing your patches in your laptop, it shows 50/100 in your laptop. Did you install the window updates? It shows 1/20, 1/100 or 50/100. Don't unplug your computer. Windows updates are in progress. So I installed, and what happened, that machine, it is installing the update, it is rebooting. Installing and it is coming up and rebooting. When it is rebooting, will there be any change in the instance state? It shows running all the time, but in the back end, it is rebooting. When it is rebooting, people can log in. Anyone can tell this. This is based on experience only, no? Nowhere it is written anywhere, right? So this is based on the experience I'm telling. So in that case, How do you know? You need to know the face of your EC2 instance. No, it is rebooting or ready to log in. For that reason, latestly they have implemented this get instance screenshot. When I click log this, it shows Windows updates are happening 60/100. Don't shut off. You understood the problem. Sometimes it is rebooting, sometimes it is up because it is installing the patches. For every patch, it is rebooting. Understood? So when it is rebooting state, here it says rebooting. Will you able to log into the EC2 instance while it is rebooting? No. But what is the instance state that you see? Running. From here, I can say, Arey Babu, it is running now. What happened? But backend, this is the problem. So if you want to see the face of your EC2 instance, what you need to, where you need to check? Get instance screenshot. Okay, Nana? Manage detail monitoring. Will you enable detail monitoring? No, don't enable it. Alarms, we'll see it. All these things we'll see it later. That meaning we will work with the volumes. We don't go with the fleet manager. But here, you just these two are sufficient here. Is this clear enough? All the options here. Okay, is it clear? So, no, you cannot see Ashok Reddy. You cannot see. Do you all understood? Will you do the practicals till here? Should I give you a few things? You'll get kicked off. There. Okay. These are the tasks. See, say me yes or no. Shekhar, did we discuss about image? Did we create an image? No. Images we'll talk later. Can you launch Windows EC2 instance and log into the Windows EC2 instance? Yes or no? Louder. Can you log into the Linux EC2 instance? Download putty generator, right? Save private key. I have given all these options here for you. Okay. I think you have also written, correct? Next, can you try to stop and start the EC2 instance and see public IP address changes or not? Yes. And then can you see private IP is changing or not? Yes. Can you assign elastic IP to the EC2 instance and see? Yes. Can it disassociate elastic IP and release it to AWS? Yes. Can you create a launch template and launch the EC2 instance from that? Yes. Try shutdown behavior from the EC2 instance. This is one thing. Shutdown behavior is what is the default shutdown behavior? Stop. Correct? You launch one EC2 instance with stop shutdown behavior. By default, it is stop. Log into the EC2 instance like this. Windows. Can you shut down it from here? Can I go and shut down? Now EC2 is running or not? Running. I went and then shut down like this. What will happen? It will be in stop state, correct? It will be in the stop state. Do you see? But if you change to terminate, when you're launching the EC2 instance, that one shutdown behavior, instead of stop, you need to select terminate and then shut down. See what happens. Where it should get terminated here. It should not be stopped. It should be terminated. Will you able to do it? Yes. That's it. And review options in actions. Right? Here. All the options that I have teach you, no? We discussed all this, no? Go one by one and see what are this option is doing. What are the options is doing? Each and everything except image. Got it? Will you able to do this? So these are the tasks for you. Can someone take the task and then put it in the chat? And finally, what you need to do, Nana? You need to terminate. Select all the EC2 instance and then terminate. How to terminate? Click on terminate. Click on terminate. Now it is shutting down and then terminate. Any questions? Any questions? Clear what we have learned? What we did learn today? Simple. We have launched EC2 instance, Windows, Linux, and then we connected to that EC2 instance and we have reviewed all the options. And we worked with public IP and then elastic IP. It looks bigger, but it is very small. Yeah, of course, it is very depth. So do you see this here? It is terminated, no? Do we need to worry about this now? No, it will get disappear automatically. What is our best method? Go to dashboard, refresh this, and everything should be 0 except keypad security. Right? I see instances 2 are there. Go inside it. Those are terminated. So no problem. So it should not be in stop state or it should not be in running state. So go ahead and then terminate. Sir, my friend has AWS account. He gets a bill every month. What he can do to stop this every month billing? It's a very broad question. So Pooja is asking, her friend is getting every month bill. But I need to know, na, from where the bill is getting. Is it on EC2 or any other service? So once we log into, so at least Pooja, ask your friend to log into the root account and go to the billing dashboard. If you go to the billing dashboard, okay, and select the bill. You have the bills. On the left side, you have a bill. Select the bill and you select the day, month, June month, July month. And if you see, all the services will get listed with the bill on it, with the price. EC2, how much bill you got. S3, how much bill you got. And see which service is generating the bill. And go to that service and delete or terminate everything. This is how you do it. Do we get the... so do we get the bill if EC2 in stop state? We learned this, right? Stop state? No. Pooja, did you got the answer? Shall we create image template for both Windows and Linux EC2 instance? No problem. Go and create. I gave it for Linux. You can create for Windows also. No issues. Will you able to do these practicals? And how about tomorrow? Eh? Huh? Festival? Of course. It should be for me. Huh? What you check long drive there is yes or no? Huh? But we are taking classes every Saturday, correct? Okay, this time take holiday. Okay. Huh? Okay. No problem. So, but don't expect like this every time. Okay. Amba? Ayo, sir. Sir has festival. Huh? You are champ in teaching. Got a lot of patience. I'm excited. Surely, Bhaskar, surely, definitely. We'll do a lot on those 3 services. Okay, excellent. So there is no class tomorrow, Saturday. And by the way, guys, I want everyone to complete the practicals before coming to the class. Okay, you are taking off and that too you come with pending. I'll be running. Okay, so complete your task. It's very easy. It doesn't take even half an hour. And then guys, go and Calicify everything. No issues. Okay. Go and Calicify, go to options, go there, click that, find out what is there, and go into each and everything and try to explore. Don't stick only with my task. Maximum it will get cover my task, but don't restrict with that. And don't do only one time. Do multiple times. If you do multiple times, you will get habituated. And you will never look back to learn how to launch EC2 instance. Within couple of seconds, you will launch EC2 instance. Okay, now? And remember, finally terminate everything. All the EC2 instances terminated. Okay? Can you give the final CC for today, guys? Thank you, Siva. So the next class is on Monday. Okay, na? Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you on Monday with the next practicals of this EC2. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend. See you on Monday, guys. Bye.